So Kamyab, I was thinking, how about we go to Niagara Falls after the commencement, you know, like with a couple friends?
No man, I'm not going on another road trip. Car rides. Step one, you say, let's go to Niagara. He walks. You say, sit down, let's go to Niagara Falls. I smile politely back at you. You stare politely right on through. Some sort of bad scenes in your head. They go left and then go right. Between your memory, just fear and blame. You begin to wonder what the symptoms are. Where did I go wrong? I crashed the car on the highway to Niagara Falls. I should have driven more safe that night had I known how to drive the car. I can't.
Come on, Kamyab, it's been over 6 months. Just get over it.
Omar, I can't. I still have nightmares and flashbacks about it. I get scared at the smallest things. You link up with the squad. I'm not coming.
Wow, I didn't know you were struggling that much.
I googled my symptoms. Apparently I have
post-traumatic stress disorder, otherwise known as PTSD.
Whoa, where'd you come from?
Don't worry about that. Do you want to know what's with you or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so to demonstrate, I'm going to need a brain. Okay, so here's a brain with its left and right hemispheres. The part of the brain that's affected in people with PTSD is the hypothalamus, which is located very deep in the middle of the brain. Basically, during traumatic events, high levels of stress hormones such as adrenaline and norepinephrine are secreted and suppress hypothalamic activity.
So, what is this hypothalamic activity you speak of?
It's part of something called the HPA axis. Basically, the HPA axis stands for hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. It's kind of 3 different stations that work together to produce something called cortisol. And in those with PTSD, this hormone cortisol is found to have really decreased levels.
So we can think of these stations like 3 paper plates?
A message gets sent to the hypothalamus, and eventually each of these secretes certain molecules.
Which can be represented by bits of paper and yarn.
So basically, the hypothalamus releases this hormone called corticotrophin. And corticotrophin will stimulate the anterior pituitary. And then the anterior pituitary releases another hormone called adrenocorticotrophin. And as you can guess, adrenocorticotrophin will stimulate the adrenal cortex. Later, adrenal cortex will release cortisol. However, in patients with PTSD, remember that cortisol is part of a negative feedback with the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary. And so as a result, it inhibits further release of corticotrophin.